Hello team. My name is Mahesh. In this video, we are looking into another one project. Throughout this project, we are entirely deploying one application on the Kubernetes cluster. So for that, we are requiring multiple tools. So for the automation of the entire thing, such as to creating a resources on the AWS and creating a instances, creating some automation task, creating a Kubernetes clusters, creating pods, deployments, and resources in the overall on the AWS itself, we are using the Terraform. And to deploy those Terraform code, we have used the GitHub, and we have connected our GitHub repositories to our Jenkins. And throughout the Jenkins, we are deploying the applications to the Kubernetes clusters. So like installing the Jenkins on the EC2 instance itself. Before that, we need to do several things, such as to deploy the Terraform code into the AWS itself. We will require to create a S3 bucket on the AWS S3 itself. So for that, we need to first of all log into our AWS account, and we need to create a one simple bucket to use a Terraform. We have configured Terraform to set up a backend inside the S3 bucket to keep things secure and all those things. Such as for now, we are using 4.52 version of the provider, and we are using the closest region, AP South one. Variables, those are some of the variables that we are required to simply say to reduce the complexity of this project. Those are variables such as CIDR block of the like the VPC, subnet, like VPC CIDR block, subnet CIDR block, availability zone that we are using, the environmental prefix, and the instance size we are using. Inside the backend, we are storing our TF state file inside the S3 backend. So for that, we are require one bucket, and this is the bucket name that we are used to store the bucket, and this is the particular part where the TF state file located inside the buckets. So another one, this is the server.tf. This is the data block that we are using. We are pulling the image from the pulling the image from the AWS itself, and we are creating one named as Jenkins server. We are creating one EC2 instance for T2 dot small size. So for that, we will require to create one key pair, which is not already exist on our server itself. So once all those things are done, as we can see on the in the data usage, we have provided one script to use after once the thing is deployed, we can use this script to uh, to install all those things, such as it will install the Java version, it will install the okay, let me use the Java OpenJDK 17. So yeah, so this is the it will install the Java, it will install the Jenkins, it will install the Java for us, it will add some repositories to for the HashiCorp, and it will install the HashiCorp for us. It will install the kubectl for us. So all those things it will install by default as part of the script. In the output, it will provide a public IP of that machine to take. We can take access with that. And this is the VPC block. We are creating VPC and the private subnet. Inside the VPC, we are creating a route table, and as we can see, we are creating one gateway and call it as my internet gateway. So, and we are also creating one route table, and we need to do some actions on that route table and the gateway itself. So just in this in with those all the I can say Terraform files, we can deploy those entire infrastructure. And after that, just we need to go on the Jenkins itself. We need to write the Jenkins pipeline, and our application will deploy smoothly. So all those are the thing. So if you really like this channel, just I'll highly recommend to please do subscribe on this channel so we can do more projects on this, and it will also help me to get motivated. Okay, so let's hop into our AWS console. So go on a S3 bucket, and we need to create one bucket for us. So the bucket name inside the backend.tf, we have this bucket. So just copy the name and create the bucket. So this is the bucket name which we will require. Don't change anything. We don't need to change anything as such. I'm still in AP South 1 region, and just create bucket. So it will create a bucket for us, as you can see, and we don't need to change anything as such in this bucket. So just a bucket has been created. Just go on the EC2 itself. We need to create the key pair for us. And as you can see on the server.tf, we have uh, okay, the Jenkins subnet one. We need to create a security group as well. And inside the security group, we need to allow some security rules as well. So this is the security group, security group SG and the default SG. So just, yeah. Okay, it as part of my Terraform file, it will automatically create the secret group for me, and yeah, those things are by default created for me. So just what I need to do, I have created the bucket. I just need to create a key pair, which I have already done. So the name will be Jenkins server demo. As you can see on the server.tf, it will be Jenkins server.demo and the key pair name which that we are using. So that thing is done already. So just what we need to do, we need to go inside go inside my server, and you can just take local server or the I can say the WSL that we are using. You can use the same as well. So you can just go on to WSL, and you need to do one modification that we have done over here inside the script.yaml, script.sh. Sorry about that. So vim script sh. Okay. So inside this, I just need to make one configuration change, which is I'm using the OpenJDK 17 package. So it could be it is a newer package, and will require a newer version of a JDK, which is JDK 17. And yeah, okay, the Jenkins version has been installed. So what we need to do now, we need to do Terraform plan. So in the Terraform plan, it will say we need to initialize the repository first because we have configured with the S3. So just run this command Terraform init. So it will initialize the backend inside the S3 bucket. And after that, what we need to do, we need to do Terraform plan. So it will show the whatever the resource it will create. And after that, Terraform apply. So we'll look once the initialization is done. Okay. The plugins has all the Terraform has been initialized. It has initialized the plugins and all, and it has configured my S3 bucket as a backend for me. And yeah, so what we need to do now, we need to do Terraform plan. So it will we can see whatever the resources has been created. So it will create a four resources, and all those details are mentioned as above. So as per our Terraform files that we have written, so it will create those resources according to that. So just do Terraform hyphen apply, and not the okay. Just what we need to do now, we need to do, yeah. So just do Terraform hyphen apply and just click enter. So it will ask for the permission, and you need to do yes. It will creating a VPC. It will create all those resources for us according to the like the Terraform files that we have written, as well as the scripts, and it will create the resources for us. So just wait for a few seconds, and yeah, our Jenkins server is still in the creating stage. And if you can see over here, you can see the objects. So objects will create once our Terraform is successfully initialized completely, and it will create the resources for us. It will store the Terraform TF state file inside this S3 bucket. So just go on the AWS itself. It is creating the server for us. On the AWS section, if you can see, it is creating one server, which is a T2 dot small image, and yeah, it is running stage. So it is still creating a stage. It is creating pushing that I can say the user data scripts, which you call as a bash script inside that server, and all those things are doing it is in the backend. So just wait until it is created, and if you can see any errors, just ping me on the comment box, or the Discord itself on the link. So I can help in that. So yeah. So if you like it, make sure please, I would highly recommend to please subscribe to this channel. And yeah, that's it. Okay, I have so according to according to the Terraform script that I have written, I have created one EC2 instance. I have created the like I have created the route. I have created the VPC. I have created the route table. I have created the internet gateway, and all those things I have created by default by using this particular Terraform files itself. So those processes are completed, such as if you can see the by the by these by those files, we have created all those resources, and as well we have configured our backend to the S3 buckets. So what we need to do now, we need to connect our the Jenkins server that we have created. As you can see, I have called as a dev server, and in that server, what you need to do, you need to check the status of the Jenkins. So systemctl status Jenkins. So Jenkins is not loaded yet, and if I can able to access throughout the public IP, it also not able to come up. So what you need to do now, you need to do yum update hyphen y before that, and what you need to do now, do after that, you need to search one thing, search OpenJDK. So there are a lot of package of OpenJDK available in the space itself, but what we need to install, which is JDK OpenJDK 17. So let me check if that version is present over here or not. Um, okay, we can use this particular version itself, which is 1.7. Yeah, we can able to use this version. Let me copy the name. Yum install. Simple command. Just paste that particular username. Paste that particular Java version that you need, and it will that Java version will install for you. So according to the script that we have written inside this particular thing, Jenkins script. So we need to, as you can see, also need to install the Jenkins, but Jenkins is already enabled. We need to install the OpenJDK 17, which is currently installed. We are installing. We need to install the Git as well, which is by default present on the machine. We need to install the HashiCorp, means Terraform, and the kubectl. So okay, if you can see Java hyphen version. Okay, Java hyphen version. It has Java installed on this machine. So let's try to enable the our Jenkins server and start. So both with this commands, we be able to start the Jenkins server. And there are some errors. Let me check. Okay, failed to start the Jenkins integration server. No issue. It will automatically get started. Uh, b- before that, just wait for a second until this service gets started. Because of missing Java package, it's not able to start right now. But in just 2 minutes, it will be able to get the Java package, or you need to restart the system. So just wait for a second. It will come up automatically. In meantime, what we can do, we can see for the Terraform and the other packages. So uh, for the Terraform, okay, Terraform is also not installed, and the kubectl, it is also not installed. So for the kubectl install, I will provide all those installation document below. So if you can just with the single command itself, you can able to do those things, or I just improve in my script, and you use the script to get those things. So no issue on that. Okay, so as you can see, I have just reinstalled my Java 17 package. So you don't need to see you don't need to do that kind of R&D to install the Java 17. But I just update my the Jenkins script.sh to install the Java 17 for us, and it will automatically work in the Amazon Linux too. So you just need to don't you don't need to anything. You just run the I can say a Terraform apply command, and it will those kind of a things which already done for you. So it is quite simple to do that, but yeah. So what you need to do now, you just need initial admin password of Jenkins itself, and just do cat and that particular path var lib Jenkins secrets and initial admin secret. So just click on continue. You put that password and just select the suggested plugin as you can, which are required to which will require Jenkins to which whichever the plugin which is required for the Jenkins to run smoothly and successfully. So what it need to do now, as you can see in the pipeline, let me explain in depth about this. So the agent, which is any, so it will run on any agent that we have, such as it will run on the same Jenkins server that we have. We need a three credentials. First of all, I just need to change my default region, which is AP South 1 for me, which is closest to me. Yeah. So the access key which will require to access key which will require to connect with our AWS account, the secret access key to basically get authenticated. To create a cluster, we need to use Terraform init and Terraform approve command, which is particularly on this folder. So as you can see on our as you can if you can fork on this particular repository, so you will see similar kind of a folder structure. So in the EKS cluster itself, inside that particular folder, you can see there are multiple files that are created. So for that, just we need to we have some prerequisites that we need to do. But so those kind of a things will automatically create by this particular folder. So what we need to do now, we need to do edit on this particular name itself. Just select this cluster, go over here and select the EKS cluster. So this command will run. This command will create our EKS cluster. So it will change its directory. It will go on that particular directory and do um, Terraform init, and it will also do a Terraform auto upload apply. So second stage, what it will do, it will deploy our application to the Kubernetes cluster. So the second folder name, which is Kubernetes. Don't worry, I will explain all those YAML files, what are they doing, and in-depth in-depth thing about those things. I will explain in depth. So in this particular series, in this particular stage itself, we are updating our kubeconfig file, and we are providing our name of a cluster, and also we need to provide the region. So region REGI1, okay, AP South 1. So So it will update a kubeconfig file and it will authenticate our Kubernetes cluster and the particular namespace that we will require, which is default namespace by default. And it will apply our Nginx deployment.yaml, which will deploy our Nginx cluster and the replicas and all those services and the pods and the particular image. It will fetch all those things are written in the deployment file, and service.yaml to expose the application throughout the load balancer. It will require a service.yaml. So we'll see those things. And for now, our Jenkins server is ready to use. Just you can use the any username and the password as you like. It not get authenticated quickly. So just click on finish. Jenkins server is ready. First thing you need to do, go on a manage Jenkins, and you need to add the credentials that you have created. Just go on a credential section, global credentials, add credential, and if you can see, we don't require this. Okay. So as you can see, we need a one global credential, which is the secret, I can say, username and the password, and the username for our GitHub account, which is this one. So it will authenticate with my GitHub account. It is not a private repository, but it will authenticate if it's needed. Uh, GitHub account, GitHub AC. So just ID, throughout that ID, I can able to call that and just create the user, create the secret. So first secret has been created. Another one that we need to select, which is secret text, and we need to generate one access key for us inside the IAM section, users and access keys. So we need to create an access key for the CLI, and throughout that we can able to authenticate with our AWS. So just go on access keys, create access key. I understand. Next, and done. So You have seen you have created the access key. So just paste the secret and the how it will call it will call in this particular user a particular name itself. So AWS access underscore key ID and the description will be same. So we able to call that particular variable by this particular ID itself. So again, it is a secret text which is global and the secret access key. The secret access key which I will require and the description will be same. And the secret just I need to copy and paste it over here. So just click on create. So those three things which we have created. Just go on a dashboard, click on new item. So we are creating a pipeline right now. You can name whatever you like, Jenkins EKS deploy. Select, we are creating a pipeline project and just click on OK. So we are discarding the old builds as a good practice. You can do that. And we can select pipeline from the SCM. It will automatically pull the Jenkins file from the our source code management. And if you can see the Jenkins repository, Jenkins file, I'm sorry, Jenkins file is already created over here. So what you need to do now, you can just confirm it is the same, or you need to do something on it. Yeah, I need to change the region. Okay, the region and the yeah, on the both place I have changed the region, and just you don't need to change anything as such, and just click on commit change. So the declarative pipeline and the default Groovy pipeline has a little bit syntax change. So if you can see on the environment, you will provide the access keys and all. Rest of the things will be remain the same, but you need to inside the environment you need to provide the credentials and all. So the SCM will be Git we are using, and we need to provide our uh, Git code. So just provide the repository URL. Credential will be default. Uh, it will be master. You don't need to change anything, and click on save. So our pipeline has been created. It is already stored on the Git page, and click on build now. So it will start the build automatically. Let me see if we can see any error. No, there is no errors. And yeah, it is doing by default. So you just need to wait for a second, and there are some errors, I guess. Okay, I got the error because I haven't set the Jenkins file. So just let me click on done over here. So I've created the key, and inside the Jenkins, I haven't provided the folder name that we have edited on my local file, but we haven't added the correct folder name over here. If you can see, I guess it is a older one. So if you can see there, it is not matching with my existing folder structure. So for the EKS cluster, I have another folder which I call EKS-cluster. And for the Kubernetes, I have another one folder called Kubernetes itself, but K is a capital, and click on commit change. So change has been committed. Just go on the dashboard itself, go on manage Jenkins plugins section. Inside the plugins, you can, if you would like, you would add a stage view plugin. Stage view will give a brief about on the which stage your pipeline it is. Okay, the stage view has been added. Just go on a dashboard, your pipeline, and click on build now. So you can see with the stage view, you can see this kind of a dashboard. So the pipeline has been started. It is again failed with some reason, and it has initialized. Okay, it didn't find any S3 bucket. As you can see, we need to create a S3 bucket as well to store our code. Basically, I can say to store our Terraform TF state file, because it is it needs to be quite secure uh, to store. So we just click on create bucket, my bucket name, and we don't need to change anything as such, and just create a bucket. Okay, the bucket has been created, and as you can see, there is no such thing on the bucket itself. There's no such thing present over there currently. And inside the Jenkins file, as you can see, it will go on EKS floater and Kubernetes. Okay, so just run the pipeline again, and we'll see if it able to do the things or not. Okay, as you can see, as part of our my EKS cluster, it has started to create an EKS cluster, and it is automatically do the things for me. And let me explain what is the what are the things written in the Kubernetes and the deployment and the Nginx itself service itself. So the API version, it is a default standard template for the deployments.yaml. The metadata is Nginx. I will call this file from the Nginx itself. The application, the label, and the selector that we are using, which is Nginx. The replicas that we are using, the one no, the pod count that we are using, which is one, because it is a testing application. Templates is it is a again it is a standard template. In the specifications itself, I'm calling this container name as Nginx. The image name, it will automatically pull the latest image of a Nginx, and it will expose the port as a 80. So this is all about the deployments.yaml and the service.yaml that we are using, which is, by the way, if you have a bigger application, you can easily, with the deployments.yaml, you can easily work with a bigger size of a application, and you can deploy the same kind of a thing, resources, by using the workflow that we have created. Such as, by using this particular workflow, we can easily do those kind of things. In the Nginx service.yaml, it is also a default template, the kind which is the service, the specification that we have provided, the metadata and the labels, which are as same as it is provided in the deployments.yaml, and we are using the HTTP port name as a service name, I can say. The port, which is 80, the protocol is a TCP, it is by default a target port, which when or at which place it will forward our traffic. On the port 80, on the container side, it will forward our traffic. Selector Nginx and type, which is load balancer. So basically means we get a DNS name from the application load balancer of the AWS. So may it will take a little time because it has needs to create a multiple resources. As you can see, it has created the EKS cluster for us, but it is creating another thing, such as creating the like it is creating the other part. It has created the EKS cluster, but it is creating. Let me show it to you and give you a brief about it. Yeah. So if you go inside the VPC itself, on the EKS itself, so it will also create an one SZS name availability zone. So it will create one available VPC and the availability zone for us. So inside the specific, I can say, specific variables itself, it will create multiple services for us, such as if I have to go to my default place, which where I have before. So inside this folder, you can see, go on the EKS itself, and as you can see, inside the particular Terraform PFR files, inside the variables.pf, you can see a particular CIDR values, all those kind of things. So we are creating another one VPC. We are almost creating a 52 I can say resources, such as we are creating a VPCs, we are creating a three subnets, three public and three private subnets. We're also creating a three NAT gateways. We are also creating a three you don't need to create those many resources, but as part of my explanation, I'm creating those many resources. So as you can see, it is creating like it is creating my tutor small biggest cluster, and by using those kind of a things, I'm creating the resources. So yeah, so that is the thing, and the CIDR is this one, private subnet EKS cluster. It is also providing the NAT gateway. It is also providing the single NAT gateway, enable DNS host names. So those kind of things are present over here. So just wait until the Jenkins will complete its task. It will complete its deployment process. That it is doing. And if you can go on the AWS account and go on the EKS service itself, Elastic Kubernetes service. and you can just provide a little bit time over here. You will see a cluster will create over here. And not Elastic Container Service, you need to go on a EKS service, Elastic Kubernetes Service, uh, EKS. Inside this, you will see it is still in the creating stage, and it is using the cloud formation in the backend. So just allow it some time. It will do it will do the all the things for us, and you will see the end result. Um, I'm back once this thing is done.